In today's video, I'm going to break down how I got a client of mine from 45,000 to 90,000 in less than 3 months of applying for jobs in customer success. Now here's the first step. The first step is actually having a resume that shows impact, revenue, change in a company. So what we did is we thought about what type of things did they do at the current company they've been at to drive results, to drive change. So for instance, this person actually did some onboarding changes that led to a faster time to value for customers. This person also helped train new hires. So that shows leadership, that shows impact across the business. You want to make sure that your resume is speaking to all these changes and all the impacts that you bring to a company that you're currently at. The next thing is interview prep. So what we would do is role play almost every week, maybe every 2 weeks, and role playing different questions. Why do you want this job? Why are you leaving your current job? What's your 5-year plan? Tell me about a time you had a difficult customer. Tell me about your biggest accomplishment. Tell me about a biggest lesson that you learned from a big mistake you made. All these types of things that you practice has to be done in order to nail those interviews. That's the first thing. Practice doing an interview. Don't just jump into interviews. The next thing is applying in mass. Now I know this is very controversial, but I don't care because this is how it gets done. They applied to 275 different jobs. 275. So 275 across 3 months is about 100 jobs a month, which is around 25 jobs per week. So quite a lot of jobs. From those 275 jobs, only 10 interviews happened. Now, 10 different companies was interviewed because of this actual individual. Now, from those 10 interviews, 2 of them, they got past the first round, and these jobs actually ended up being 5 rounds for one job and 6 rounds for another. At the end of this, they got 2 different offers. One offer was for I think 96K, and another offer was for I think 80,000. So of course we went with the higher job. It also has a signing bonus for 15,000, so they're actually going to make 6 figures for their first time in their lives. Now I want to break that down again. 275 applications, 10 interviews, 2 offers. This is why it's so important to be applying en masse. People think that you need to be so specific. I want to work at a tech company. I got to work at a health company. I got to work at a crypto company. No. This is not the time to be specific. This is the time to be mass applying for those actual opportunities. As well, those 10 interviews with those different companies actually gave them learning experiences. So for instance, there was one interview where they got to the 3rd round and then they got rejected and they asked for feedback, my actual client. I'm like, hey, go back and ask for feedback as to why they didn't put you through. Got some feedback, took the learnings to the next interview and was able to secure the job. That's why it's so important to actually make sure you're interviewing on a consistent basis. So when you get that job that you want, you're going to fly through the first couple rounds, nail it on the 4th or 5th, and get that job. That's how I brought somebody from a $45,000 salary to $96,000 in less than 3 months.